It's a non-conference showdown up in Philadelphia as Oklahoma and Temple get set to do battle. This is my full preview, prediction, and breakdown of Saturday's contest between the Sooners and the Owls. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Check us out via podcast, where we get your podcast. You can also find us across all social media platforms, as well as our website, secunfiltered.com. And as always, we are powered by our friends over at FANDUEL. Visit FANDUEL.com/SECU to join today and get started with $250 in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. Once again, that's FANDUEL.com/SECU to get $250 in bonus bets today. Just a week after Oklahoma's massive victory in Norman over Michigan, they're in non-conference play yet again as they travel to Philadelphia to take on the Temple Owls. Once again, guys, hello everyone. I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. I am here previewing, predicting, and breaking down this game between OU and Temple in one of the most interesting road trips that an SEC team will take in this 2025 season. Guys, of course, this game taking place Saturday, September the 13th, 11 a.m. Central Time kickoff on ESPN2. Like I mentioned, it is at the home of the Philadelphia Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field. So a really cool opportunity for Sooners fans. When I was in Norman last weekend, talked to a lot of Oklahoma folks that were actually making this road trip and really excited to do so because, again, if you've never been, actually like I have, then when are you going to get an opportunity to go and see the home of the Eagles? Once again, Oklahoma, a 21.5-point favorite. The over-under set at 51.5. OU leads this all-time series 2-1. The last meeting coming last year when Oklahoma ran away with it, won by a final score of 51-3 there in Norman. Guys, as we look at this game, it's kind of been interesting this week. I've seen a lot of energy on the timeline from Oklahoma fans. Is there a letdown game incoming? Could this game be close? I don't think OU fans think that Oklahoma is actually going to lose this football game, but I think there are some fearful of the letdown game incoming, and I totally get it. I think that's the biggest question is just how do you follow up a massive home win that obviously took a lot out of you emotionally, right? It was a game that everybody was hyping up and building up, right? We were there in person, and the energy was just through the roof. It felt like a college football playoff showdown, a college football playoff atmosphere there in Norman. Now, how do you follow it up, right? Like we saw like an LSU, for example. We saw Clemson after that week 1 showdown, the way they played in their week 2 matchup. LSU with a very uninspiring win over Louisiana Tech, and heck, Clemson was down to Troy for a lot of that game before they stormed back and won. Again, it's a game the Sooners should win. It's a game to spoil it. The Sooners will win, I think. But how you play, I think, is more importantly, right? How the offense, for example, continues to evolve under John Mateer. I'm so excited every single week, guys, to watch this kid. I think he is a real baller. He is a stud. But what does it look like coming off that big win? What adjustments are Ben Arbuckle and company able to make? Also, I'm curious the way the running game continues to evolve, right? Jaden Ott did not have a great game against Michigan, did not even really play a lot, was not the leading ball carrier. Is this the game Jaden Ott gets going? The running game really gets revved up again. I thought you did some really good things last week. The offensive line, especially at the end of that football game, was able to get a push, put that game away, but you'd like to see more of that continue. How about guys outside of Deion Burks, right? A guy like Isaiah Satania. You got the Connecticut kid at the tight end position, like some other weapons. And that's really what these games are about, right? Because you look at the schedule, guys, Oklahoma's got this one, then you've got Auburn coming to town next week. So it's really about, I don't know if getting right is the right word, but really for Oklahoma, it's about staying right? Defensively, I think you're going to be fine in this one. I think it's going to be more attacking, relentless. By the way, guys, Temple is 2-0 early in this season. They beat UMass in week 1 by a final score of 42-10. They did beat Howard in week 2 by a final score of 55-7. When you look at the Owls, statistically speaking, Evan Simon is their starting quarterback and their leading quarterback, 27-35. He's actually thrown 9 touchdowns. So could be a good opportunity for the Oklahoma secondary to get a little bit of a test. They've ran for 520 yards in 2 games, including 215 yards from Jay Ducker, 29 for 215. Guys, he's averaging 7.4 yards a carry. Their second leading rusher, 11 for 91. He's having averaging 8.3 yards per carry. So they've been able to do some good things offensively. They got a pair of wide receivers that are over 100 yards on the season. And actually their leading receiver is Peter Clark, who is a tight end. 6 for 119, 2 touchdowns. You then got JoJo Bermudez, 8 for 111. He's got a touchdown on the season as well. Guys, defensively, their leading sack getter has been their linebacker, Cameron Stewart. 3 sacks on the season. They've got 4 as a team in 2 games. Again, I say all that, guys. This is a game Oklahoma should win. And like I said, I think it's a game they will win. I don't think there's really any real concern that they're not going to win the football game. It's just all about how does it look, right? Are you able to build off what you did last week and keep building positive momentum, right? Because really what you're trying to do this week is set yourself up for next week when Jackson Arnold, Hugh Freeze, and the Auburn Tigers come to town. It'll be another huge SEC showdown, obviously on your home field. And that, it just, you guys know, as you keep winning, you keep stacking it up for the next game. And the next game becomes the biggest game for you. So, guys, with that being said, again, there's a lot of things I'm looking for. Excited every single week to watch John Mateer, the running game getting revved up with Jaden Knott, other guys back there as well, other playmakers on the outside. So, really, offense as a whole just continuing to find their stride. Because as good as you were last week, right, there's some things to clean up, right? There's some mistakes you made, some plays that were there that you didn't make. Also cleaning up maybe some special teams with the muff punt, what have you. Defensively, I don't have any worries. Oklahoma's going to fly around the football. That being said, guys, let's lock in a prediction. Let's lock in a pick. I'll say this because, again, I've seen a lot of Oklahoma fans with concern, at least on social media, about how is this team going to show up? Like, are they going to take the week off? Is it going to be ugly? Is it going to be stressful? And I think that's just the fan coming out, and I totally get it. Like, fan is short for fanatic, and fans are also, you know, when you've had some of the struggles recently that Oklahoma's had, maybe a little bit jaded, right? Maybe expecting the worst a little bit, if you will. The battered Sooner syndrome is starting to come out from some folks. I don't share that sentiment. I think this is a game. I don't know if name your score is too aggressive, but I think Oklahoma is going to be able to control this game from the very jump. To me, guys, the only question is, how long does John Mateer play in this football game? I don't think he's probably going to have to play the entire 4 quarters, although it'd be good, obviously, to get him as many reps as possible in that offense, get this offense as comfortable as you possibly can. Because, again, he's doing some great things, but there's still some things to button up and work on. I think defensively, listen, it's one of the best defenses in the SEC. They're going to absolutely suffocate a Temple offense. It's been really good this season. Don't get me wrong. But, again, it's been against the level of competition like UMass and Howard, right? 2 opponents that you would expect the numbers to be gaudy. I don't think they'll be able to do much of anything. I'm curious to see how Oklahoma fans travel for this football game. I'm sure OU fans will travel well. Again, it's a really unique opportunity to get to the city of Philadelphia, get to the home of the Eagles. One of those really kind of weird SEC road trips. We've seen a couple of these over the years, like Mizzou went to UMass last year, I believe. So really cool opportunity. I think Oklahoma is going to have no issue with Temple, guys. I think it's about, again, listen, I understand you're coming off this emotional high of beating Michigan, and sure, there could be some sort of a quote-unquote letdown game, but I'll be honest with you. I look at it. It wasn't one of my official plays. I might take Oklahoma late at minus 21.5. Like, especially if it goes to 21 or below 21, God forbid, I will hammer Oklahoma because I just don't see it, guys. I really don't see it. I think OU is going to win this game. I think they win big. I've got Oklahoma covering. Give me Sooners 41, Temple 10. Again, I don't think Oklahoma's, unless they're shooting themselves in the foot, right, turning the football over, committing silly penalties, I just don't see this thing being close. I don't know. The spread is interesting to me. I know you're in a weird location. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So, again, maybe the letdown performance is incoming, but I'm certainly not predicting it. Give me Oklahoma 41, Temple 10. Guys, would love to hear from you. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? How do you see this one playing out on Saturday when Oklahoma and Temple do battle? Guys, that's going to do all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Before we get out of here, I do want to tell you about our friends over at FanDuel because, as always, we're brought to you by our friends at FanDuel. Guys, FanDuel is getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get 300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet, bet $5. If it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style. FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/SECU to download the FanDuel app today and get started. Once again, FanDuel.com/SECU to get in on the action today. Guys, once again, that's going to do all for me. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Check us out via podcast where we get your podcast. You can also find us across all social media platforms, as well as our website, secunfiltered.com. Till next time, I'm Chris Phillips of SEC Unfiltered. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in, and we will catch you all on the other side.